This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello and welcome to Perfect Person, the show where I'm perfect and you're, of course, a person. Recently, I've been razzle-dazzling with my portable charger. A big battery that you're going to want to take on the road.
Is this an ad?
This is just a special thing I did
Introducing
recently.
Anchor, Best Buy's
It is definitely
favorite brand.
It is definitely an Anchor battery, and it is a good one. It's a big honker. So guess what? My phone's not dying, and I'm on the plane watching a thing on my phone.
What have you been watching on your phone?
Well, I've been watching this very spooky show called Adolescence on Netflix.
Oh, is it good? It looks
is
spooky.
good.
I haven't watched the trailer.
scary.
It's very dark and very scary, and it is very good.
On
And
a
it is
plane, too.
And also, it's all in one take.
When have you been on
Each
planes?
episode-
Oh, you're on a plane this weekend.
I was on the plane this weekend. I went to a wedding.
Wow.
But each episode is a single take, like a one shot.
Really?
They're all these wonders. Every episode is a wonder. It's
not like
unbelievable.
not like hidden cuts or anything.
No, not seemingly. Not.
For how long? How many minutes?
50 minutes.
50 minutes.
It's like a play. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, there's probably hidden cuts somewhere, but it's really well done. Anyway, The point is, guys, I'm here with the Couch Boyz, Jonathan Hebert, and Jimmy the Stallion. I said Will. That was unbelievable.
Whoa.
That was unbelievable.
That's a contract violation against the Couch Boyz.
Jay is
actually.
putting his mic.
We
Jay is
are
walking
good.
on
We're
set.
good, man. We're fine.
deal with
we're
that.
good.
No, stay.
I'm out. I'm actually out. Bye.
Yeah.
Stay.
That was
Guys,
insane.
Guys, let's address the drama. Let's
Miles,
address the drama. Let's address the drama. So here's the thing. So I'm obviously here with the
How
Couch
did you
Boyz.
do my boy Jimmy like that?
Jimmy the Stallion and Jonathan Hebert.
Come on.
Members of the
Elite Squad, the Couch Boyz.
the Couch
Illustrious.
Boyz, very well-known crew.
Taking shots at anyone named Will and Ray.
Now let's address the drama first and foremost. Now I don't understand the Couch Boyz. Recently, they've been in a hot water bath for I would say declaring war on the Wrecking Ball crew.
The water's lukewarm.
Yeah, have
We're
they
fine.
responded
It's
yet?
comfortable.
Or are they still scared?
Yes, they did respond. Actually,
When?
you want to know what they said?
Yeah.
They actually said why. That was their response. When I told them about the drama, I said the Couch Boyz have declared war, and then Rainey said, "Okay, why?" And that was what their response was.
It's like
That's dripping with fear. Actually.
insane
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
It's like, do they not understand how beefs work?
How aren't they seeing the bigger picture that actually together us beefing with
They're
them
just
is us doing them a
fun.
huge favor?
It is. It's like
It's
only
you guys
making-
doing them a huge favor.
Beef to raise their whole
To be the
profile?
Yeah, you're trying to.
We
beef,
love
yeah.
them.
Yeah, we
We love them, but,
But
it
we
doesn't-
never
you
say
can't
that.
Beef.
Oh, you love them now. It seems like you're backing off. Seems like you're a
Oh.
little soft shoe. It's a little
Miles,
soft shell
gosh,
crab.
You know
man.
nothing about beefs. It's
No,
like
it's
you
not.
Yeah,
beef
please tell me about
because
beef,
you
Jay.
love.
Tell me about beef.
You beef and love.
Beef and love?
All
Beef
for
and
the
love.
all for the goal of putting out an apology video maybe 6 months down the road.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love the idea of you guys going
All
on
four of
to
us.
apologize. All four of you together?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I would love an episode that was Wrecking Ball Crew X, Couch Boyz.
A crossover.
It was a crossover episode.
Would you
Maybe,
like
man.
that?
The five of us.
Would you like it?
Yeah, you would like that?
That'd be fun. What do you mean? Would I like?
Would you have fun with that?
I would have fun.
Would you
with
sit
that.
in the-
Why are you being so aggressive? Such an aggressive way to ask me the question. Oh, would you like that? You would
Would
have
you like
fun with
that?
that? Oh, you
Yeah,
would like
you'd want that.
Would that be something that make you happy?
It
Yeah, I
would
bet
be.
you. Hey, I bet you
It
would.
would be.
Bet you
It would
would.
be
Does that
something
make
I
you
would
feel
enjoy.
happy?
Well, Jesus, what makes you guys perfect to be on the show today to even give the advice to the people?
I got it.
Please.
We also, hey, Will and Rainey.
Hey, well, what's up? We love you guys, but also
Yeah.
you suck.
Yeah.
You guys haven't like called me in a long time.
What do you mean? Will
They
and
haven't called
Rainey?
me, yeah.
Have they been calling you before?
No, but they still haven't. So that means really long.
Yeah, it's been
So never.
almost eternity. Almost an eternity.
They've called you so if seldom, it's never.
Just crazy, man.
So seldom, it's never. Kind
Yeah,
of
it's
band
like
title called it.
Well, it's just that you think
so
you know
seldom
somebody.
it's never is a band title. You said
Yeah, so seldom, it's never.
is a band title.
Yeah. We're so seldom, it's never.
No, I get it.
So what makes you guys perfect to be on the show today to answer the people's questions?
Okay. Actually, everybody knows this about me. It's that I'm really resilient.
Huh?
So
yeah.
I'm very resilient.
You are a
That
resilient
was
guy.
a cry for help.
Today my morning got all thrown off, and I saw you guys.
how?
We saw you
Pretty
this morning.
thrown off.
How'd you
Yeah.
know?
I got all thrown off, man. I was I saw you
just
guys.
repeating it. Say how.
Well, I left the house, the safe space with my absolute guys, Couch
Yeah.
Boy number 1 and
Me.
Miles, who is
That's right.
fine.
Honorable
Miles is
couch.
like outside.
Honorable
Yeah.
couch.
And so I left to go get some
didn't
stuff
say that.
done.
Yeah.
we get some stuff done that
Sure.
I needed to get done before this big moment of the day, which has built my entire day around this.
The podcast.
This
Yeah,
podcast,
this
yeah.
podcast.
Which, to be
And-
honest, I did tell you last night we're doing the pod, and you went, "Oh yeah."
Well, I went, oh yeah,
Big
in
moment.
more of a
Big moment.
hell yeah.
You went, oh
And-
yeah.
And let me check my calendar to make sure it's.
Of course.
Come on.
So, and how did your day get thrown
Yeah, I
off?
just kind of like didn't get. I went to the coffee shop, started to try to get some work done, and then somebody called me, and it was like a waste of time, and I ended up staying on the call too long, and I like didn't get the things done, and then I was like, I could come into this with a bad attitude of not having had my stuff done, or I can actually do the thing that everyone's talking about with me, which is that I'm resilient.
I'm liking where your head is at, and I
That's
think that you
awesome.
are resilient. And you know what? I'll also say, I've definitely been there where you're on the phone and you realize this call's going nowhere.
It's going nowhere, and it's like 45 minutes.
And it was just 45. I've been having someone call me recently, and they are just taking forever to get to the fucking point. And we
my
are just
gosh.
on the horn, and it is like they're going, and you know,
the other
we could
thing-
do it this way. And I'm just like, hey, you know what? This could have been a text. This could have been an email, and we're on the horn, and it is a long call.
It's
Come
a sleeper.
on with
You,
that.
every once in a while, you get a sleeper.
Holy shit!
AJ, not a time to stomp and holler. I know that you're getting excited. You're stomping and hollering right now.
Sorry.
But Jay, what makes you perfect to be on the show today? To
Makes
answer
me
people's
perfect to be on the
questions?
show today.
Yeah. Don't repeat
the
the
question.
thing that I said to you directly back while I'm saying it. Let me just tell you what you did.
As
Can
if
you
it's
say
crazy, yeah.
what's it be on the show today to answer the call? Say it to me.
What did you? What?
Say what makes you perfect to be on the show today to answer the call.
What makes
you perfect to be on the show to answer the call? That's what you did to me.
Hey man,
Unbelievable.
you're a great time to be around you. I always want you
Thanks,
to know
man. I
that.
appreciate
yeah, I
you
have
too,
a lot
man.
of fun.
I have a lot of fun with
around
you too, man. You're a really nice
Yeah,
guy.
it's good. It's good stuff.
Jay, hit it.
So I have taken up running again.
You taking up running again?
Yeah.
Really? How's that going for you?
Oh, it's a ball.
Really?
And just sort of like angry shins. So
And they argue. The calves and
They
the
I
are
got
argue.
cranky calves, angry
Angry
shins,
shins.
and a
Yeah.
pissed off tibia.
yeah, totally, man.
Absolutely
It's nice.
PO'd ligaments. And so you
my
shouldn't run. then.
meniscus
No, so
is
I've-
livid.
I've been really thoughtful about my form, and
Yeah.
as a result,
Mhm.
I've been running better.
You're thoughtful about your form, and you've been running better because of it.
Okay, if you're gonna make it shorter,
Yeah.
yeah,
That was the
exactly
goal.
right.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, so running, what do you get out of running? You getting a runner's high? You're
I
sort
do
of
get a
getting
runner's
stoned
high.
off that?
I do get stoned off
Take
my
him to
runner's
jail.
high.
He's high. We got
Take
him.
him to
We
jail.
got him. Take him to
He's
jail.
high.
I love that part. I love,
Getting high.
I guess, I love the feeling of accomplishment and daring
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that comes from, I don't know, summiting a big hill.
Holy shit. He just
Jay he
didn't have anything.
feeling of daring.
I love the feel. He
That
didn't
comes-
have a
Hey,
single.
you know what he did?
Yeah.
He was on the sidewalk and he ran in the road for a second.
Yeah, I know. He had the feeling of daring when it comes to summiting a big hill.
There was a Hummer right next to me. I ran right in front of it.
Well,
You ran in front of a Hummer? Are
Nah.
you okay? Jay jumped in front of a Hummer and
Yeah.
he's choosing to tell
Missed
us
it.
right now. You missed the Hummer.
Yeah.
That's good. Would you ever buy a Hummer?
No.
Feels like your kind of car.
Really?
Feels like we could see you in the Hummer.
We see you in a
Next time you
Hummer
pull up
H3.
I'm not a Hummer guy.
To the
They're not
bar-
cool, man.
Well, no, of course not, Jay. They're gas guzzlers.
Yeah, they're gas guzzlers, man.
They're bulletproof or whatever.
Are they?
I don't know.
Maybe the army ones, but not like the ones that are street legal. legal.
Street legal. Guys, it's okay. So obviously you're on this show today to answer the call, but we have to align in what we're calling the perfect person speed round.
That's
okay?
what we're doing?
We're going to align on the same page to get the right advice across the board, and then we have to take the call from the live people.
Okay.
Are you guys ready to calibrate?
I can't wait.
Bzzz,
Are you
calibrate,
excited
baby.
to calibrate?
I couldn't be more overjoyed.
Really?
Perfect cereal.
Torqued.
Fruit Loops.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, I agree, by the way. CTC all the way.
CTC all
Fruit
the way.
Loops to me is too razzle dazzle.
It's yeah, but I went for it because I
Listen.
could picture the box, and the box is fun.
The box is beautiful.
Right.
It honestly is creatively inspiring.
That's
Is
what,
it?
yeah. I actually don't like the taste of them, but the box, I like looking at the box.
Yeah.
You're a
when
big
eating it
toucan
before.
guy.
Yeah.
Perfect
Well,
first
famously.
place to drive when you get your license.
Bookstore.
Bookstore?
Record store.
Middle school
right.
parking lot.
Ooh, amusement park.
School parking lot is really good.
On a
Middle
weekend,
school
on a
parking
weekend.
lot.
Middle school
It was
parking
empty.
lot.
That's where I did it.
Oh.
There was a parking lot next
Yeah.
to my track.
That's cool. I like that a lot.
You started driving at 11?
Yeah. So, no, I was older, Jay. They let you go to the parking lot.
That's right. You know what we would do?
I would wait
before-
till all their kids were there, and then we would go try to learn how to drive and just run over.
We would go when we were all 15. We all had permits. We would roll my friend's sister's car up the hill, like engine off in neutral, roll it up, and then we would take it and drive it around at night.
What
And
kind
we
of
would,
car?
like, I feel like it was like a fucking Subaru.
Why'd you have to roll? Oh, to get like to not be detected by the
Yeah,
parents?
it was like we didn't want the parents to hear the engine running
By the feds.
that's
so by the
cool.
feds, and then but none of us had our license. And I remember really explicitly, she had like a pack of cigarettes or whatever. We would take her cigarettes, and then we would roll up dollar bills and put them in the place of the cigarette to be like, "We're sorry,
Oh yeah.
sorry, we took your cigarettes.
Sorry. Here's
Yeah,
a
that's
dollar
funny.
bill.
Here's a crisp dollar bill slid in."
That's good.
Perfect dance move.
Oh, sort of like a long leg long leg run.
A long leg run
Yeah.
on a dance floor.
Yeah.
How is that? What do you
It's
mean?
just sort of
What's
like
that
you're running. It's very fun. It's
Super
like
stiff.
super stiff.
really
It's
stiff.
really stiff.
Yeah.
It is not loose whatsoever.
totally.
Got
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Cool. John,
Body roll.
body roll, really good. Perfect pasta style.
Oh, like the pasta noodle?
Yeah, like the noodle
The
style.
the ones that look like a bow tie. I don't know.
Rigatoni.
Rigatoni, honestly,
The really big cylinder, right? That's what
yeah,
a
that's
rigatoni is?
my problem with rigatoni is they collapse when you're boiling them. Sometimes
Which rigatoni is you using? Mine never collapse.
you don't collapse your rigatoni.
Not even a chance.
I gotta say, guys, I get so overwhelmed by how many different ones there are.
honestly, penne is kind of just the classic.
Penne, I don't love it. I
What?
think it's the
You like rigatoni, but you don't
angled
like.
edge.
Oh, you don't like the angle.
I don't like the angle.
You
It's
guys
don't
just-
like
know
to be
what all of
challenged.
these are? Like,
I
you
like
could
I
could
like to
draw-
be
Oh, I could draw all these.
Oh, seriously?
I could draw all of them.
I think fusilli's
You guys
very
aren't just
fun.
messing with me
No,
by
no,
saying
no.
different ones.
No.
No, I know all the pastas.
For sure. Fusilli's really
John,
fun.
I know all the pastas and I could name them by memory. Penne, farfalle, rigatoni, stracciatella, lasagna noodle,
Linguine.
spaghetti, linguine,
Ankle hair.
spaghetti, capitale.
Bucatini.
That's
Bucatini.
This is crazy.
I know
Tortellini.
it all, dude. I know it all.
Tortelloni.
Tortelloni, rigatoni.
See, now you guys are messing with me.
Now
No, we're
messing
not.
with you.
God damn.
Those are all real.
Okay, all right, that's enough. Best Saturday afternoon solo activity.
Texting.
It's like a walk.
The two most boring guys on the planet. Texting and a walk. By the way, actually, I agree with the walk. I agree with the walk. I don't agree with the texting.
Sometimes it's nice.
My favorite is sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it's nice.
Who are
to
you
treat-
texting?
doing a little
Alone.
Just treat yourself to a
Yeah,
next text.
just a couple
You know what I like?
Well, because
to
you
get
have to be
going
doing it
more?
on your own.
I've been saying this for a while. I'd like to get the group chat cooking more. I'd like for us
Yeah.
to be on the group chat sharing memes way more.
I'm not
There's
good at
not
that
enough
because I don't know.
memes, yeah.
I'm going to be real, and this
Yeah.
is a vulnerable thing, and I genuinely mean it.
yeah.
And I know you're going to be like, I'm going to push a button, and it's going to make somebody sound. It's going to do a like a pig oink or something.
You think I have a pig going?
Honestly,
let's
not-
load on the pig
a
going.
little bit.
Loading on the pig
Really quick,
going. Loading it up. Loading it up. Stand by.
I don't know how to find memes. Like, where do you find them?
Oink,
Like, I find them. I can go. I can look up like.
You're saying that you don't know how to find memes.
Yeah, because people are sending memes all the time. They're like, "This
Yeah.
is crazy."
I make
like,
memes, Jay. I make magic.
You
I
did make a funny meme the other
yeah,
day
yeah.
of me,
Yeah, my favorite thing to do is
and it was also about my jeans.
It was about jeans. As
Oh,
you were talking,
yeah.
I took a photo of you, and then while we were having a conversation, I quickly edited the
I
meme.
stopped
Well,
listening
because-
and started
Yeah, I
editing
stopped
the meme.
completely listening.
Millie was coming over to play with Millie, and I was working, and I was like, Millie, you don't want to play with me right
Millie's a
now because
dog.
Millie's a dog. You don't want to. I wasn't talking to like a child or something or an adult.
Millie was
I said, don't play with me. I'm mad about my jeans.
Yeah, that's right. And I sent a meme
You
to
made
Jay
a
that
meme.
said, "Don't talk to me."
Are you still using the Mimetic?
Yeah,
app?
Mimetic
It's
memes.
so good. It's free too.
There's something about
My
the
Mimetic
hit.
meme.
My mimetic meme.
My
And when you
pneumatic.
click save, it goes, yeah.
It goes, yeah.
Really?
It literally
It
says
does.
yeah.
It says, yeah.
It's awesome. I have
Oh,
found a
I
bunch
heard a
of
funny thing. I
old
can't remember
ones
what it was.
between you and me, Miles.
Oh,
Actually, I looked back
so-
because I was looking for something, a link you sent me.
There's a hit that if you're with a group and as someone's talking, you send a meme of them
It's
to
so
everybody
good. That's
while you're
funny.
sitting there. It's so good.
That
it's,
hits.
it's current. It's present.
I got
keeps
some
in the
ones.
moment.
I got some ones, Miles.
It's
I'll see if it's
nonstop.
an interesting one, but I got some that was of you absolutely baby faced at 23. And
Oh
it's us in
man,
New York.
I look like a little baby.
I've been finding
It's
those.
unbelievable. You're having fun in those.
I'm finding.
I'm having fun in those.
I'm having fun in those pictures.
in those pictures. Finally, guys, we got to get to the calls, but perfect shower.
Oh, I want to redo
Rain.
every
Talk to me about
shower
the
for
shower.
a waterfall. I want to redo every shower.
I mean, it's gotta
shower.
be an overhead shower. It's
How
gotta
do
be
they do
taller
that?
than you by at least a foot.
Boiling hot or just a little? Because recently I've been going hotter than usual, in order to, and I just I treat it like a jacuzzi.
I want to work my way up. I'm going to start. It's going to be perfectly warm. I'm going to
Yeah.
feel nice about it. By the end, I'm just going to get one little burst of like,
hot piping.
yeah.
Yeah. I've been trying. Are you guys still doing cold showers? By the way,
I've never really done that.
We fell off our cold plunge game. We got to
I
get back
cold
into
plunged
it.
in a frozen pond the other day.
Oh my
I heard
God, yeah.
that. I
it
heard
was
that.
awesome. I think it was
sounded
probably
cool.
like, it was probably in the high 30s.
Oh, that's
His
so
resting heart
awesome.
rate is 5 now.
Yeah.
It's deep.
I'm the healthiest guy.
Dang, dude. We got to get back into our cold plunge
Yeah.
behavior because I miss it. I
And
really
if we're
miss it.
being honest, we'd stop because it was sort of the winter, and I think we got a little like
Scared.
it's
It
too
was
cold.
cold.
Oh, we got a little spooked. We got a little spooked for the
Yeah.
cold.
Why do we get spooked?
it
Because
was
it's
too
cold
cold
outside.
then.
It's not
It's
as
too
fun.
cold.
It's really fun when it's
Well, there was
warm
that one
outside.
time where you thought I almost was going to pass out.
Oh,
Yeah, because your face turned white.
Jay's face turned white.
That
His
was
whole body
awesome.
turned red. And I was like, okay.
White face, red
Jay's
body?
dead.
And I had really,
Jay's
really
dead.
not wanted to do it, Ashley. Like, they made me do
We
it.
made him do it. And
On
it
camera.
Really, yeah, it was, we bullied him into it and then he did it. And I was like, if he dies, it is our fault.
Yeah.
We did bully him into this.
Totally.
But guys, we have got to get to the calls. But before we do, it's important to let people know that if they like the show, they should come see it on tour. And the Couch Boys are doing not 1, not 2, but 3 shows.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's right.
on.
And Jimmy the Stallion's also going to be in the Bachelor shows.
Yeah.
So come on down if you want to watch the Couch Boys live
It's
and in
gonna be a
action.
ball.
Guys, this episode specifically, we need to sell people on the Couch Boys and how fun it's going to be.
Okay.
We're gonna give them the most banging advice that they've ever heard.
And I'll tell you what, I thought about, I think I'm going to give a little hint as to one of the shows that we're going to be doing. Okay.
Okay.
In
I'm
terms
gonna
of the location.
I'll say in terms of the locations,
Yeah.
the Couch Boys might be debuting at a very musical city.
Very
Yeah,
musical.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. That's all I'll
totally.
say.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Might be a
I'm-
musical city. of
That's
sorts.
Okay.
exciting.
That's
I think he's talking
exciting.
I know where that is. I
You know where that is?
about. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Barcelona.
Jay's
Miles.
going, it's Barca. But
I-
yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a fun time.
I'm excited to just all be on the road.
Man, they killed it. Killed it.
Yeah.
The energy went to 0.
Jay on the road is,
yeah, Jay was a nightmare
dog.
on the
bit of
road
a
last
wet
time.
blanket on the road.
He was Jay was a wet blanket last time. He was just on the road. He was being, he was doing weird stuff the whole time. It was crazy. It was
What was I
crazy.
doing?
You'd be in like, you'd wake up really late and then you go, ah, man, what a bad day.
yeah,
You just
I'm
kind of,
actually
you'd be
thinking
like a
maybe I'm
sour
out.
egg about it.
That's
Yeah.
not true.
He'd go, bad is a bad day.
It's bad. I'm gonna go ahead and write this day off.
You'd
already.
wake up, I'd be standing over you. It's
Yeah,
going to be
man.
a bad day, Miles.
You ruined the vibe at the Egg Harbor. We were at the Egg Harbor.
I
in Schaumburg.
ruined the vibe of the Egg Harbor.
The vibe at the Egg Harbor in Schaumburg, Illinois was phenomenal. And by the way, shout it, comments below. What's your favorite order at the Egg Harbor? Because I do want to know.
I ruined the Egg Harbor?
I think so.
What did you
Arya's
do
over
over
the Egg
there?
Harbor.
Arya's over there losing his damn mind.
Fine. Guys, shout out to Egg Harbor. If you are near an Egg Harbor, I highly recommend that you pick your backpack up and you go to the Egg Harbor because it is
Really
home. It is family there. It
Nice
is family.
people, man. Nice,
Really nice people.
Nice,
Really
nice
nice
really
people.
good people. What's
Good
an Egg
people.
Harbor? What
Egg Harbor is a fast casual chain, John, that mixes eggs with the idea of a harbor.
Yeah. So think about it. It's like, yeah.
Sorry, imagine a boat
They're like-
full of eggs. That's what Egg Harbor
It's
is
sort
trying
of,
to do.
yeah, it's kind of like a nautical
That's their
farm.
vision.
It's a nautical farm is the
this
theme.
restaurant's on a boat.
No.
No, that's not on a boat.
No, and it could never be.
No, it's
Never
land,
be.
stupid.
it's
John.
landlocked.
It's landlocked in the middle of Schaumburg, Illinois, plus 15 other locations in the United States.
But mostly in the Midwest, I
mostly
think.
in the Midwest.
It's
is Egg-
landlocked.
It's fully landlocked. Not in a body of water and barely nearby.
Totally.
But the Egg Harbor mixes nautical themings with farms. Yes, Ashley.
Egg Harbor in Alpharetta.
Holy fuck, there's an Egg Harbor
What?
in Alpharetta, Georgia.
Really?
We're doing the Helium show in Alpharetta. We got to go to the Egg
Oh,
Harbor.
yeah.
Fucking A, we got to go. But guys, if you love
I
it,
love
yeah,
an Egg
and
Harbor.
you've liked the show, come see it on tour. It'll be so fun. Tickets
It's
are
actually going to be
baby.
insane. It's
Tickets-
actually going to be insane.
Tickets are selling hot, baby. New York is sold
It's
out.
gonna be
DC
gangbusters.
probably is sold out by the time this comes out, but if it's not, grab the last couple tickets. Boston still has tickets available. I believe the first mezzanine is like sold completely from the front, but the back still has some seats, and the top, you could hop your puppies up there and get to view the top-down angle. But tickets in Boston are still available. Also, DC maybe, New York sold out. And get tickets in Nashville, Atlanta, Durham is sold out. Get tickets in Las Vegas, Salt Lake City. Minneapolis is probably close to selling out, and Denver is also close to selling out. But get your fucking tickets, guys. It'll be a blasty. And if you love the show, consider joining us on Patreon, where you can get the ad-free extended version of every single goddamn episode, in which this one is also included in that. And Jay told a really, I would say a really compelling and sad story.
It was tragic. It was a tragedy.
It's tragic and it's emotional.
It was vulnerable.
It was vulnerable for sure. I think he was pretty vulnerable of you.
I'm.
Do you
I've
feel
never.
like you lightened the load?
No, in fact.
So join us on Patreon.
Join
You can
us on
also get
Patreon to hear
bonus-
Jay's depression.
Jay's
Join us here on
depression story.
Patreon. Join us on Patreon.
And bonus episodes every single Friday.
Hell yeah.
Where we call back people from the show. We get wild, wacky, and weird, and we do twists on the format. But you can get a full-length bonus episode every Friday. And there's already over 100 on there. So if you want to join for a little bit, watch them all, and then pop off, that's also fine too. But guys, until then, we've got to answer the call.
Yeah.
This is really good.
don't
Hey, Jay, let's lock in, man.
Jay,
All right, man,
lock
lock
in,
in.
man.
I'm locked in. That's what I'm saying.
When you think about awesome businesses, you often think about their great products or their fantastic services. But an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling so simple. And for millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not so secret, with Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%. Meaning way less carts are gonna go abandoned and way more sales are gonna be going your way, actually. Everybody knows I'm an entrepreneur. And what you might not know is that I use the most trusted business tools when it comes to running my business, okay? I use the most trusted when it comes to accounting or when it comes to editing. And when it comes to selling, you know the most trusted business tool is gonna be Shopify. Just ask, quite literally, everybody that I know. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business today and get the same checkout that Heinz uses, the ketchup and mustard company. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/perfectperson, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/perfectperson to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/perfectperson. Did you know that Fast Growing Trees is the biggest online nursery in the US with thousands of different plants and over 2 million happy customers? They have all the plants your yard needs, like fruit trees, privacy trees, flowering trees, shrubs, and so much more. Whatever plants you're interested in, Fast Growing Trees has you covered. Find the perfect fit for your climate and space. Fast Growing Trees makes it easy to get your dream yard. And when you think about a yard, you want it to be abundant. Actually, order online and get your plants delivered directly to your door in just a few days without ever leaving home. Their Alive and Thrive guarantee ensures your plants arrive happy and healthy. Plus, get support from trained plant experts on call to help you plan your landscape, choose the right plants, and learn how to care for them, because you want to make sure those plants stay alive, baby. When I was shopping around for various plants, I really looked everywhere, and I can guarantee you that Fast Growing Trees is the easiest place to get your lawn flowing and growing. And also their prices are kind of unbeatable. This spring they have the best deals for your yard, up to half off on select plants and other deals. And listeners to our show get 15% off their first purchase when using code PerfectPerson at checkout. That's an additional 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com using code PerfectPerson at checkout. Fastgrowingtrees.com, code PerfectPerson. Now's the perfect time to plant. Use Perfect Person to save today. Offer is valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply. Get planting.
Hi, Miles. I run my campus newspaper, and we ironically have an advice column. But recently, I got a submission that I'm 99% sure has to do with me, and involves a new friend that I just made who stole something from me. And I need your help on how I should get it back. Thank you.
Theft.
People have sticky fingers.
People are sticky fingers, man. It's because they ate something sticky and then they forgot to wash.
They're stuck. They had a lollipop. They grabbed it on the top.
They could. You ever seen that thing where people order from a drive-through ice cream and they grab it by the cone?
It's called coning. I think that's funny.
It is funny.
That's funny.
I think coning is
That's funny.
You've already paid for the cone.
Yeah,
Right? It's
yeah.
you've already paid for it. It's just, you just grab the ice cream.
It's awesome. Drive away. It's awesome.
That's
man.
really
Come on.
funny.
It's you've already paid. It's really a prank on yourself.
Yeah.
But we got to call this person back.
I'm going to start doing that a lot.
Jay would never do it.
I would. I'd like to.
He's too afraid. Jason.
No, I'm not afraid of
He's
coning.
Way too afraid.
No.
Don't listen to him.
No.
No, I'm
listen
not.
No.
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 See the fly, and it's
It just
fucking-
came over
It
my
pains
head.
me. It pains me. We're gonna have to edit it out, Ashley, pixel by
It
pixel.
can't be in the frame.
The fly. It'll just be. It'll turn into a white dot.
Hello?
Hello, you called perfect person. I'm here to call you back.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. I have to get out of the room. She's in there.
Get out of the room!
Get out of there! Get out!
And
Get
I am
out!
here with Jonathan Hebert and Jimmy the Stallion. You know that it's the Couch Boys.
Couch Boys.
Yep.
Come on.
Hi.
Okay, well, once you're in a safe location, we're gonna need to give you a fake name. Jay, what is the fake name for this person?
Rhubarb.
Rhubarb.
Oh, that's good.
Great word,
Let's
Jay.
go.
Thanks, guys.
Man, Jay's smart.
How do you spell
Thanks.
that one? That's R-H-U or something?
R-H-U-B-A-R-B.
Yeah, that's good.
Rhubarb, why don't you tell me what's literally going on?
I don't even know where to begin. At my school, do you want like a fake name for my school?
A fake name for your school.
And the newspaper. I want to know what
Yeah.
the newspaper's
Oh,
called.
Really
like the,
good. Yeah. John, why don't you give me a fake name for the school in the newspaper?
I want the newspaper to be named like the Quarterly Frog.
Oh, love that.
And-
Quarterly Frog. The Quarterly
Okay.
Frog is great. Quarterly Frog.
Yeah, we only
Love
do
it.
4 a year.
Yeah, 4 a year.
We only do
Not
4 a
many,
year.
not
so
many. Not
it's-
bad
so
business
who
model.
you choose for the advice column is a big deal.
Huge.
Totally.
Really
Yeah.
important. And what's the school called?
The school is going to be called Lakeville University.
you.
Lakeville University. Love Lakeville. So Lakeville University, and you work for the Quarterly Frog's advice column.
Quarterly Frog. Okay. So I'm the editor in chief this year for
Cool.
the past 2 semesters.
Okay, cool.
And the editor in chief also runs like the advice column that's been going on for I think like 15 years now. So I like inherited this.
Cool.
And
That's fun.
so how it works is like it's completely like anonymous. So I have a Google form that I can go through and I can just scroll, see what people say. It's all completely anonymous in the way that I'm able to like put them into like the newspaper and
Mhm.
have like people who read it know that I'm responding to them is I ask like a question. So I'm like, what's your favorite color? Or like, who's your favorite celebrity? And they give me a response and
Gotcha.
I put that into the newspaper.
Oh,
and
nice.
I'm like
Okay, cool.
responding to like Pink, like your dad is an asshole. Like, does that make sense? Like,
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
You generate their fake name based on like an interest of
Yeah.
theirs. Yeah.
The new semester started in January and I met this new girl.
We'll give a fake name to her coming from Jay.
Yeah. Clue.
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 Her name is Clue.
she's mysterious.
Clue. Very mysterious.
I like it. I like it. Rhubarb and Clue.
I met her in my logics class and I sat next to her because we have the same hair color. And I was like, I love your hair. She's like, I love your hair. And I was like, this is going to be a start of a great friendship.
That's nice.
And so our spring break was about 2 weeks ago. It was the first week of March,
Okay.
and which is really early, but it's just how it's always been. It's the first week of March. And
Already?
by the time her and I like talked every day. And so I invited her to come back to my place. I wasn't invited to her place. She came over to my place because she was like, I don't really want like you to meet my family. Like my family's not the nicest. I was like, my family's super inviting. Like they'll love you. Like I have a sister, I have a brother. Like they'll love you so much. Like just come over. And she's like, yes. So this is how it is. And she stayed the first 2 like official nights. So
Okay.
that was
Fun.
like 2 weeks ago.
Cool.
The next week I come back and I'm like clocked in, like I'm like I start my shift because it's the editor, like any position is a paid position, which is why it's like a really cool thing here is we have like an office setting. So I log in and
Work study,
they take
baby.
it like legit here. Like our newspaper is legit here.
Well, the
They-
Quarterly
people
Frog
read it all
doesn't
the
fuck
time.
around.
No, the
No,
Quarterly
that's right.
Frog
We
does
don't- they're
not fuck around.
It's
That's
hard
right.
hitting
It's
journalism.
investigative
Yeah.
journalism with
That's
a
right.
spicy twist.
It's hard
Yeah.
hitting. It's on the ground.
College.
College
Like
is the
there's-
twist.
yes, it's an interview position. Like it's a whole thing. I get paid minimum wage, which
Let's
is,
go.
You know what? Totally cool. So
College
Hell
job.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Let's
I'm
go.
happy with it. I'm happy. Oh
Okay.
my god, that noise is so jarring. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry. Like, okay. So I clock in, I look at the Google form that's available to everybody, and I see that, you know what, hold on, I'll read it to you because I have it.
Perfect. We love it verbatim. That'll help us.
This
That'll
is
help
good.
us. That'll help us.
He says, and because it's anonymous, I'm not 100% sure, and I'll never say that I'm 100% sure it's her, but it just lines up so perfectly.
We'll
I'm
tell
like,
you.
it's got to be her.
Yeah, we'll tell you.
This is
So
good journalism,
She
honestly.
says, okay, over spring break, I met up with a friend and stayed over at her house for a few nights. her idea. I'm not particularly the biggest fan of her, but we have the same major and program, so I see a lot of her, and I have to play nice. The entire time I was there, and she goes, the entire time I was there, she was flaunting her white privilege in my face and became a completely different person. I felt embarrassed the entire time I was there, so right before I left, I went into her room while she was talking to her mom. I took a piggy bank off of her dresser shelf and put it in my duffel bag. At home, I shook it out, counted it, and it's only $48 and change and a few singles. After break, I showed my roommate who proceeded to tell me that what I did was a shit move, but I'm not really sure. What should I do?
Wait,
what the hell?
Wait, okay, that's
Whoa.
so crazy. Okay, so you invited, that is wild. Well, first of all, my first question is, are you missing a piggy bank?
So I text my mom and I ask her, I'm like, hey mom, can you go into my room and can you look for the white piggy bank that has my name on it on the side in a pink crown? Like it's ceramic, it's painted. I know
There's
exactly what it looks like. It's
$48
got
in
a pink crown on it and has my name like painted in black on the pink crown.
Right.
And she goes, yeah, I'll go look. And I'm on FaceTime with her. She walks over and I've had it there for so long that I'm like, maybe I put it somewhere else, but it wasn't there.
It's not there.
So I'm like, it's not there. And she's like, that's the piggy bank that like you've had since you were little. I'm like, yeah, we bought it during the move. Like, and I've had a couple piggy banks. There's one that like, it's a Hispanic thing that, there's a piggy bank that you don't like break and it's like colored perfectly. So I knew where that one is, and it was right next to like the teacup set that my parents got for me in London. And then I'm like looking on the same shelf, and it's a big piggy bank. It's a big piggy bank.
Oh,
so
the pig has been lifted,
and it's not there.
You've been
I'm like,
stolen
Mom,
from.
I still like that you were like, I'm not 100% sure.
I have a question.
Sorry, that is crazy to me.
I go to big school, so the possibility that somebody else might have had this exact same scenario is like,
I think
really slim,
it's
and
going to be zero.
But I'm like trying to keep in my head. I'm
It's
like,
gonna be
maybe
zero.
it's not. Maybe it's not.
And that's your journalistic integrity, by the way.
Yeah,
that is journalistic
Unless you have
integrity.
like the facts. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Did this friend? Did she arrive with a duffel bag?
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
And a ski mask.
She had a pink double bag that she got off of TikTok Shop.
Oh my God. Okay,
That's
I have a couple of clarifying questions.
Yeah, me
This
too.
is fascinating to me.
fascinating.
Well, first of all, you mentioned, so she said that you were flaunting your white privilege the whole weekend. And then you also mentioned that did you say it's a Hispanic thing to do to have a piggy bank that is multicolored? Did you say that?
That was a different piggy bank that was next to the one that was stolen. Is that right?
I see.
That's on my mom's side. So my mom is Mexican. But my dad is very white. So I inherited his coloring.
I see.
I am white. I am incredibly pale.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. And your classmate is not white, presumably.
No. She's black.
Gotcha. And did you feel resentment from this classmate before this happened?
Literally not at all. Like her and I talk every single day. We go to lunch when we can.
That is really
we
interesting.
apply for like the same like position as like a student ambassador and stuff like that. We applied for the same thing, and like she's a tour guide, and so I told her like, hey, like if you want to like nudge it in and like tell people that like we have a really cool and like inviting like journalism like program and stuff like that, and you don't have to want to be a journalist when you grow up, but it's still like when you grow up like as a job. But
yeah, right.
And she was like, yeah, like I'm totally gonna mention that. And I've had like a few people since she started being a tour like guide come in and be interested and say like, oh well, this was recommended by my tour guide Clue, and I'm like, oh, this is so great. So
she's even sending you talent.
She's sending you, right? It seems like a close friend, but she has. I mean, the other question is, too, you've never mentioned you worked at the paper.
Could be some sort of an admission.
That's the other thing. I'm not like open about like that. I'm like, oh, I want the editor and stuff like that. But my name is like when you go through like a Vogue magazine and stuff like that, you see Anna Wintour's name at the top. That's my name, first and last name is at the top. And she reads it too, so she's always seen it and stuff like that. So when I was talking to my roommate about this, and I was like, do you think this is intentional? Like, do you think this is like, she knows that I'm going to get these. I don't know if she knows that I also do the advice column, But I don't think that she's a complete idiot that she knows I have to go through the entire newspaper before it's printed every
She's
Friday.
trying to.
So I was talking to her, like my roommate, and I was like, do you think this was intentional? And she's like, don't be fucking stupid. Of course it is.
Wow.
This is wild.
Oh, man. Okay,
This
wait.
is wild.
First of all, shout outs to Rhubarb for being like, yeah, I'm basically the Anna Wintour, the Daily Frog. Whatever.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
I'm in the winter, but the Daily Frog is my ass.
Totally.
Just like as an example, yeah.
Right,
Like if you wanted
right.
you wanted an example.
Well, I guess like look in maintaining our journalistic integrity, right? Because we want to uphold this question with the same integrity that the Daily Frog.
Right.
That's right.
I would
Yeah,
say.
that's
the
right.
Quarterly Frog.
The Quarterly Frog.
The
And we're going
Daily
to take
Frog.
on that standard, which is way above the standard we normally do.
Way
Yeah.
above. Way above.
It's going to be hard.
My question for you, I mean, as accused, do you think you were quote unquote flaunting your white privilege the whole weekend? You invited this person to your house
I
to
have a
stay.
pool.
You have a pool. That's
You
great.
know what? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Well, hold on.
So,
Okay,
hang
hold on.
on.
We're building a case. We're building a case.
Okay, we're building a case.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
building a case.
You started with the pool. Now,
Look.
what else? What else?
Okay, you've got a pool, right? And I'll just
Right.
be the first to say that's a
Yeah,
cool thing to have.
we have a pool.
That's a cool thing to have.
The state that I live in, houses are known around here for not having like basements and stuff like that. And I do have a basement. And like,
You've got
Okay.
an extra basement.
You got a kind of
a
big
special
house.
basement. Okay.
You got a big house.
Okay.
And do you feel that your family, because as you said before, you were like, our family was very welcoming to your friend who was like staying with you. Do you feel that she had a good time? If you hadn't read this, would you be like, oh yeah, we had a great time and like we hung out with my family and whatever? Like, would you say for all intents and purposes, the trip was a success had you not read this thing?
the trip was a phenomenal success. Like we kind of had dinner with my parents every single night.
Right.
Oh, like both of the nights, like we had dinner with my parents. They were asking her questions, and like when she left, my parents were like, "She's phenomenal," because she's so respectful and she was so nice to them. And when I left to go, and like I think if this was her, because I'm still like, I know it's her, but like I know at the same time, I'm like, I don't want it to be, because she's just clueless. I'm so happy that I met her, and I wish I met her last semester.
That's really sweet.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I met her last semester. Like I wish I met her like the first semester of my freshman year. I just don't want it to be her, but I know it is. And I talked to like my friends, I talked to my parents, like my parents about this, and they're like, it was her.
There could be a way. There could be a way. So it sounds like some of your friends are also friends with her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a mutual friend, and that's how I knew like I could go sit next to her.
Sure. So there could be a way to figure it out. And if your mutual friend, let's call her phone.
Check. You see, say, did she recently come into $48?
Yeah. Well, if they're friends, they could go to like her roommate, who's apparently not into that. She allegedly stole. This piggy bank. She'd go to the roommate.
Roommate that well.
Does
I've never
the
been
mutual
over to
friend?
his room? How it's set up is like in our apartment type things. We have 2 rooms of doubles that share like a common space and a kitchen and like a bathroom and stuff like that. And she got lucky that Clue's roommate is an RA. So Clue's roommate was only given like the 2 single rooms, so she's got her like own room kind of.
So she's rocking the single.
But they
She's
have,
rocking
like
the single.
a shared like common space and kitchen and everything like that.
That's awesome. I had a single room sophomore year, and it was basically awesome.
And he was flaunting that single room.
I really
privilege, by
flaunted
the way.
he was flaunting my single room white privilege.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
cool.
I mean, here's my question. Okay, so from what I understand,
Okay.
it sounds like you more are like your feelings are more hurt than you want your $43 back. You're like, right? Like,
I don't care about my money.
yes, yes,
What
right,
I want
right.
is I want her to come to me, and I want her to be like, yeah, I did take your piggy bank, and I want my piggy bank back.
Yeah, you want your piggy bank back, and then also probably like have a conversation with this person you thought was a friend. No?
I'm like not ignoring her or anything. There's been like tension, but I haven't been alone with her. I've always been like in a group scenario and everything. I've always been like with Phone was the name for the friend. I've always been with like Phone and everything.
Yeah.
And in our logic class, this might have been a little passive aggressive. I did move over a seat because I was just upset that she wouldn't come to me face to face and tell me about this and stuff like that. Like, hey, you were doing something that made me super uncomfortable.
And you scooched a seat
even if you didn't know. And
okay.
I took something from you and I took your piggy bank, that would have been a lot more, that would have been accepted like a lot more. The newspaper, like it's a hobby and stuff like that, but it's also my job. So she sent something over knowing that I'm going to read it. There. And like, I feel like it was like a game of like telephone. Like she slipped me a piece of paper and didn't want to take any of the consequences for it. That's just like hurt my feelings a lot more.
Totally. I don't know that she knows. That
you don't think that she's gonna knows she's gonna read it?
Maybe she does, but if I feel like it's almost like subconsciously she wanted to be caught. Like,
I don't want to say that like. Yeah. I don't want to say, we also, like you said, it might not be. It might not be her.
It might not.
At the same time, that is like also something. But there's also something to be said that like, I would imagine, and I am speaking majorly from a place of like humility here, but I would imagine that still, if she is feeling those things, that's a very vulnerable, very scary thing.
100%.
And I'm again speaking from like a major place of humility here, like to talk about.
Yeah, you don't want, you basically like, you're saying that she's probably feeling like.
How do you bring that up to somebody and communicate that to a friend as you're going, that's really, I don't know that. Obviously, and so I can only imagine.
Yeah, you're saying that basically my hunch is to be like, I think that what you need to do is say, hey, can I talk to you for a second? This might be totally crazy and off base, but I had this thing happen and I don't know what to do. And I got this weird message, right? Like I do. So I don't know if you know this, but I do the advice column. Like basically present it to her
as if it
wasn't her, but be like, but I thought this was really wild, and I just hope that you had a good experience at my house. And here's what the message said. It was this thing. They said that they like, they were worried or whatever. And maybe I'm being crazy here. Like put it on yourself, because I think that if there's ever a world where you guys are gonna like come through it on the other side and have it be positive, it probably comes from you. If she did do this thing, like that's a pretty petty thing to do. And it comes from, you're right, like maybe a place of like hurt or this like perceived notion of what's going on with your family. But I think that you bring it up to her in like I'm probably wrong here. This probably sounds crazy. I just have been thinking about it and I thought I wanted to bring it up because I really like you as a friend. And I just want to make sure that basically being like, you're bringing it up so that she can say,
giving her like an opportunity to ask about it and have a conversation. I think, Jay makes a good point. And like, honestly, in college is kind of the first time that you encounter people outside of your immediate like hometown and neighborhood. So some of this stuff around like identity and race and things that when you meet someone else's parents from a different hometown, you, I think also can open the conversation with her and be open to the idea that maybe there was something that you didn't see or your parents didn't see that is totally not something that you intended to be hurtful, but open the conversation and be like, hey, I hope you had a great experience. I want you to have a great experience because I value your friendship. Like what happened that made you take my piggy bank?
Exactly right. Like she approached.
Because also like, what the fuck?
That's also wrong.
I have a pool with you. You took my piggy bank. So
she's right. Like what she did was also wrong, but I think you might get that apology by approaching it with a like, what did I do that was wrong? A stance. You know what I mean? Like, because I think that's like, I mean, people just typically want to be heard, especially it would be so weird for her to know that you did the advice column and send this though.
No, I'm on the other side.
You think it would be not weird?
I'm saying, no, she knows, she must know.
And she's like, I have to tell her.
Yeah. She has to.
She has to know.
This is
interesting.
Off my record of like humility and stuff like that, like she has to know that I also do the advice column.
And that was off the record, by the way. Okay, so that's off the record. Yeah, because I was going to ask, like, I know that we might get a biased like answer from Anna Winter, but like, is this like when the Daily Frog advice column comes out, you can't stop hearing about it on the quad. Everybody's talking about it. You're getting hundreds of thousands of submissions, or is it like you get 20 submissions and you're like, come on.
And these are the ones. Yeah. How many did you have to sift through? That's a good question.
Is there any chance that she just sent one in?
About, like, I'd say every week, probably 20 new submissions, but I only pick 4.
But not so many though. Yeah. I think that's a good point.
It's not like
it's not the whole campus.
Everyone's doing this. Even those guys that don't even read the newspaper.
No, it's not the whole campus. It's not like her thing was going to get lost in there.
Yeah. So she knows. I'll just say that what you can't do
please.
is the full chaos move, which is just respond to it.
But you know what I was thinking though? I would hold it, because if you hold it, it's going to make a great op-ed. If you get through this scenario and you rekindle this friendship with this person and you deal with it and be like, I wrote an advice column until it was okay.
That's the Sunday extended read.
Okay, I actually have something here, and I'm taking it a less funny route. So I want to apologize. I want to apologize about that.
We got to solve
for the vibe.
We got to solve this.
Hit it.
Perhaps there is something, if she's communicating to you through this, you can communicate to her back through this and say, maybe keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, this is
and if this is something that you want to pursue, and say, not even privately, like
in the paper.
In the paper, and say,
That's chaos.
I mean,
No.
I'm curious. I'm saying it like this.
I love it.
I don't think it's chaos. I think it's saying, if this, clue, whatever, my advice would be, if this is something you were feeling, I have a feeling that your friend wouldn't care as much about the money as they would about maybe having hurt you in some way.
Correct.
If you would be open to it at all, because I know this is like it's not your responsibility to do this. Perhaps you could bring it up to them in the hopes, I have a feeling they would be open to talking to you about it, and maybe say something like that to her.
Yeah, do it sort of in the
through
third
it
person
in that
of
to
like,
see. And I know, again, though, that's pretty passive.
But I think you're that way you're playing the line of it might not be her, but if it is her, she'll read that and know you know.
But it is like this kind of like weird murky period, because you also don't want to like walk in and accuse somebody of something on the off chance that it's not it.
And maybe and you do have a pool. Maybe she deserves the money.
It's like maybe.
Yeah. You wanted to take a dip. That's all I'm gonna say. Like the only funny thing about like putting it in the paper is my name isn't on it doesn't say like responded by like rhubarb or anything like that. It's in like the back, and it says like my name, editor-in-chief and advice columnist. Like that's what it says.
Okay.
So, and also the question that I did for that week was, what's your most controversial opinion? And her response was, Jeffrey Epstein didn't do it. And
how does that connect it to the advice?
No, that's how they get the name.
Oh,
remember, it's like,
so you would have to be like,
Jeffrey
thanks for
Epstein.
writing in, Epstein is innocent.
Okay, well that's hard.
Shit.
And
I don't.
When I read that, and I read what she said, and then I read like what her name would be, I just kind of paused, and I was like, this is just so.
You can't really put that in the paper.
Weird. I don't know why she what is this? Like, what does it even mean? Yeah. So it has no correlation to that, but I was just like, I don't like her answer that she put for that.
Yeah, that's tough.
Something silly.
Yeah, we're not picking that.
Thank you for writing in. I mean,
totally.
Look,
I'm sure your friend wants to have a conversation like that.
Maybe you just ask her, like, do you think Jeffrey Epstein?
Do you think? Hey, let's start there. Do you think?
Whoa.
I mean, look, I think that you have. You got a great head on your shoulders. What a fascinating conundrum that you've called in with. And I think that, look, we all have our own personal biases. Like, it's possible there was something, like John said, that you didn't know, upset her. And it might have been, because of her preconceived notions of whatever. Like, there's lots of things that could have happened. And I think it's important to hear her out on what those are. Mm-hmm. But I think the way to do it is to be like, hey, I saw, I don't know. How I would do it if it was me is I'd be like, hey, this is super weird, but I saw somebody write in and I got worried that it was you, and I felt so bad. I didn't want you to have a negative experience. I think that approaching it with that level of putting it on yourself.
It's more active as well.
It's more active.
It's more present.
It'll open her up to being like, oh, you know what? I'm so embarrassed. I did steal your piggy bank, but this thing happened and I know you didn't mean it. That's going to be a more fruitful conversation in general, probably.
Yeah, and
even though it's vulnerable and hard to do.
I like that.
Yeah,
and give her a chance. Go into with an open mind of sort of curiosity of it's talking about something that is potentially vulnerable, and then maybe you didn't see that happen. So doing it directly to the person, I think, is the best way to build a relationship that lasts beyond.
So do I go do that right now? Because she is in the room that I ran from.
Are you guys alone in the room?
Phone's not there.
No,
Phone's there.
No, absolutely not. Just do it the two of you.
Friends and then
don't kick anyone out.
Don't do it in front of other people. Don't kick anyone out. Do it when you just find. Do it when you find yourself with her.
Take your time with it. With things like this,
exactly.
Take your time. Understand what you want to say. Be thoughtful, clear. It sounds like you're going to be thoughtful and clear and loving when you go there. Just do that and pursue it, and then be open to listen.
Yeah.
And that's you'll be.
And keep up the great work there at the Quarterly Frog. These journalists like yourselves rolling up your sleeves and getting ink stained to give us the news. They're coming after you, and it's a witch hunt. So
that's right. It is a witch hunt
true out there.
Stay truth and
stay truth.
Stay truth. And thank you so much for calling in, Rhubarb, with a fascinating conundrum.
Yeah, wild.
Wow.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye, Rhubarb.
Best of luck out there, and I would love a call back once you guys chat.
Okay, perfect. Yes.
All right.
Bye.
Will do that.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Whoa.
That is wild.
That's crazy. She made me nervous, but she was like, I'll go in there and kick everybody out and do it right now.
No.
We're all pre-gaming to go out tonight. Should I tell 15 people to go?
Excuse me, guys. I have
Oh
to
my.
talk
We'll
about
meet you at the bar.
Totally. That's wild.
It was like I felt like a detective.
A little
bro.
bit. And like,
'Cause
that's like some heavy shit in that.
I know.
Like, that's
it's
real
about
deal. Like, you
race
gotta
and
be
identity
open and you gotta
privilege
listen.
and- yeah.
Dude, college is kind of the time where you like meet people and
You're
their
totally right.
parent. I was just thinking like, oh, someone's parents or their hometown. Like, there's so much stuff wrapped up in the way you're raised and the way that
It might have even been something her parents said offhandedly.
Sure, we
Like,
don't
we
know.
just don't know, right?
Just gotta explore
But I think you gotta explore it with humility, being like, and I think you have to, especially like with conversations about race, you have to explore it being like, oh yeah, maybe I did do something wrong.
Totally.
Like, and I don't know what that is because I want to give credence to this other person.
100%.
Right? That's wow, fascinating question. Man, the Quarterly Frog. That's really a good publication.
It's really good.
What were you gonna say,
I've
Jay?
been
Quick
paying
thing.
$20,000 a month just to get
For
that
the quarterly?
for the digital
For the digital. Yeah.
Okay.
That's wild.
That was really good.
That's
call.
wild.
Very fun. I do feel like we did a lot more intellectual lifting than normal.
Mostly, it's like, what kind of butt should I have? And we're
For
like,
sure.
big.
Like,
We're
maybe
big.
We're
Big
gonna,
butt.
We're gonna
Big
be
butt.
on in for big.
And this was like,
in
actually,
for
you
big.
need to like listen to make sure that you like
Talking about-
understand
make
sort of
sure
like
you-
unseen biases as you grow up. And
That's
like,
right, exactly. It's like,
and it's like really important. And like, thanks for being like, it's just, that's a lot.
that's great. All right, we should take one more, and I'm gonna try to find a really stupid one.
Dude, you put the Couch Boys to work right away.
I know,
man.
I really did.
I know.
Yeah, you ever
yeah.
seen the WBC work that hard?
No, and we don't falter in the face of challenges like that. I'm saying, Jay.
I know.
That's a good
I'm
point.
be honest,
That's a really good point. Calling all perfectionistas. We're conducting an audience survey at gum.fm/perfectperson, and we want to hear from you so we can keep making content that you love. You know this, we know this. There are ads on this podcast, okay? They're how we pay the bills, and we want to improve that experience, but in order to do this, we need to know a little bit more about you, our audience, our beloved audience, sitting in your car or at your home listening to this podcast. The survey is quick, easy, and a free way to support this podcast. So if you like the award-winning advice that I've been giving, then feel free to fill out the survey to show your thanks. It'll take you 2 minutes, and you'll be helping us out so much by doing it. So if you want to help, go to gum.fm/perfectperson to fill out our audience survey. That's gum.fm/PERFECTPERSON. Thanks, everyone.
Hi. So my boyfriend's brother can't stop using his whip in public. And I've had a couple people come up to me and tell me that it's starting to scare them.
Sure.
But he loves it so much that I don't know how to tell the guy he needs to stop using his whip in public.
This guy's awesome.
This could be-
We don't need to tell him a thing.
I'm going to be honest. This could be a 30-second call.
He's got to fight. Yeah.
Just tell him. Just tell him.
No. I think we should embrace the guy.
No.
Look, if he loves one thing in this world and it's using his whip in public, we're
Let him
going to
go.
take that away from him.
I'm so sorry.
Jay, do you know how rare it is to be able to find the perfect Venn diagram of something you care about and something that you can make your full identity?
That's exactly right.
That is
He's
true.
using his
Found
whip.
Yeah.
The guy found whip.
I
found whip.
found whip.
Guy found
I am
whip.
simply not willing to let that one be.
As long as he's
We have
not
to.
hitting
Okay,
anyone.
I
it
will
depends
not-
on where. It depends on where he's using the whip.
What kind?
How long's
And
the
honestly,
whip?
what
Is it a
kind?
whole thing?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Guys, just like fucking Indiana Jones out there?
Just ask how long the whip is.
How long a whip is?
Jay,
First
yeah.
question.
First question. How long is the whip?
It's just around his arm? They're letting him into concerts?
I wonder.
Yeah, how is he smuggling it in?
What the hell?
Getting your whip confiscated at a concert.
It's the only thing that I love.
No, man, it's a rope.
Please let me in. Please let me have it in.
I won't use it, I swear.
I promise.
Only 2 or 3 times. Only 2 or 3.
I won't use it. I swear to God.
Hello.
Hello, you called Perfect Person. I'm here to call you back. I am here with Jay and John of the
Hi.
Couch Boys.
Couch Boys!
Well, hello.
Yeah, We're gonna solve this one for you.
We've got a lot of thoughts about the call. We've got a lot of thoughts about the call. But we're going to need to give you and your boyfriend's brother a name.
Yep.
John, what is the name for this caller? And then Jay, what's the name for the boyfriend's brother?
Fancy.
Okay, Fancy, you are on the phone. And what's the boyfriend's brother's name?
Crumb.
Fancy and Crumb.
Crumb.
That's good.
Okay.
Crumb trying to get his whip in the concert?
Dude, Crumb is
So
just trying to
good.
get his whip off, man.
Totally.
And I really appreciate it. But
And
Fancy.
it's so violent.
Yeah, okay. No. Break it down. First question.
Fancy,
What's the whip made of? How long is the whip?
How long is the whip?
9 feet and it's leather.
9 feet leather. What the hell?
This guy is awesome.
From like a
guy's
local ranch.
Crumb is a local ranch. This guy's my hero. I gotta
It's
say.
been used
Totally.
on cattle. This thing's been in the field.
So
A local ranch there in Manhattan.
Yeah, Manhattan. So Fancy, why don't you tell me just a little bit about the boyfriend's brother? What does he do for work? How did he find the whip?
So he is currently an exterminator.
This guy's my
But
hero. This guy's my
We
fucking hero.
live
It's his tool
in
to catch
a
rats.
Wild West town.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
You're calling from
Yeah,
1840?
Do you guys know Wild Bill?
Wild Bill.
Wild Bill. Yeah. Why do I know Wild Bill? No, I'm thinking of a different guy. I heard his nickname Wild Bill. Different thing.
That's Jay's buddy from high school. I'm sorry, think about my buddy from high school.
Sorry.
Wild Bill.
Wild old Bill.
Sorry.
No,
that
it's
has throws it. I gotta call somebody for real though.
What? Okay, so he's an exterminator. That's awesome, by the way. Exterminator that uses a whip.
And you live in Wild Bill?
You live in wild territory.
So Wild Bill was an old cowboy that came to South Dakota looking for gold, but he was the one that was killed gambling. The
Okay.
aces and eights guy.
Okay.
I don't know that guy.
He's
So I'm gonna look up
really
it
into
later.
that
This is
guy.
my favorite.
Got it. So
Okay.
Love this.
he's really into Wild Bill, which is like a legend around South Dakota.
Yes.
Okay, now talk to me about the times that he's been chastised for using the whip.
Totally.
Yeah, so he works also at a bar downtown sometimes, and he will go outside and just yell at strangers, whip the whip at them.
From his perspective?
I'm so sorry.
What are the strangers?
What are we talking about?
Oh my god.
What? 9 feet also? That is a long whip.
Has he hit anybody?
Only himself.
Only himself.
So he hits.
Okay.
Okay.
That's actually that is way better than I thought it was gonna be.
He's not whipping people yet.
Let's just for a second here transport ourselves into the mind of Crumb.
Yeah.
So
Wild place to be.
Totally.
when these strangers are walking by the bar, what is it that he thinks they did wrong to where they should get whipped at?
I agree. Good question.
Some of them just have kids, and he doesn't like a kid.
He doesn't like children. So he's whipping the parents for having children?
He's whipping at them and he's yelling. He's screaming.
What's he screaming?
Yeah, so usually it'll be like you hear the whip first.
Yeah,
then turn
sure.
around, and he'll go, "Get it out of here," pointing at the kid.
And this is just on the street. This is public.
They're just minding their own business.
Public walkway.
This is insane.
Cool.
Is he a functioning member of society, or do you only see him every 25 years?
Yeah. Has he been like on? Did he have like a bad acid trip like 12 years ago? And he's like still.
Oh, so many.
Really?
He one time told me he got chased by dragons working the ski hill.
Oh, okay.
So Crumb, got it. So we know where Crumb's coming from. We know that Crumb has kind of got it coming to him. I mean, does he have a concealed carry for the whip?
Do you need one?
You probably.
That's a good question.
That's a big weapon, I feel.
It is,
Hey,
but it doesn't
Crumb,
sound
is
like.
that
How do you
thing street
conceal
legal?
it?
Hard to conceal. By the way, really hard.
You wrap it around your leg down the
the thing, and that way you can pull it out in one big big pizzazz.
Well, that just give you a burn on your leg.
Does he think? And I want to sort of be gentle about this.
Yeah.
Does he think that he's Wild Bill?
Yes.
Okay.
Got it. So he So he does believe that he's Wild
And
Bill.
you've been, and who has approached you saying, "Hey, this"? But besides the obviously it's uncomfortable. But who has approached you and why have they thought it to be?
A couple of our city commissioners.
Oh, the feds
have
are
come
involved.
up to me about it.
And that's going to work in the opposite.
wait.
That's not going to
They're
help us because
going
he loves to be an outlaw.
Yeah, he wants.
They're
to be an
going up
outlaw.
to you,
Yeah,
and saying this. The city commissioner is saying, "Hey, what was the fancy?
Fancy, yeah.
Crumb is whipping everybody. Can you deal with this?
Yeah.
Are you a city official?
We're business owners.
Oh,
okay.
It's one of those towns where I think everybody knows everybody and everybody's kind of paying off the city government anyways.
Yeah.
It's a small town.
New York City.
It's an old west.
Small town. And so what do you think about, like, Is he how stable is Crumb? Or do we think if you could he would hear you out if you were to have a convo with him about the whip?
Oh, absolutely not. No,
Yeah, I see, yeah.
He's
Okay.
not stable. I mean, he's the kind of guy, when he gets too mad at you, he'll start trying to send his parrot after you.
He has a parrot.
He's a parrot.
This, of
Whoa.
course he has a parrot.
we
Sorry,
should bury
I
the
pictured him
parrot.
with a parrot the whole time.
Okay. Sorry, I'm late
To be
the
honest,
parrot. Late to the parrot.
I agree.
Honestly, I think-
the parrot is obvious. So he's sort of a cowboy pirate.
He's a cowboy pirate in a lot of ways. I think my heart of hearts, my suggestion is we have to embrace the whip and use it for good, and maybe to make Crumb a little money. Because I think that if Crumb sets a couple tin cans up and he starts whipping at the cans and he has a little tip jar, you know Crumb is going to rake it in. We have to channel. He's going to busk. We have to channel his whipping into a financial opportunity for him. And then, even if he's the crazy guy who does the whip, he's going to make a little coin off of it, and he's going to know I can't scare off my customer base.
Right.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
I think I like
Smart.
that a lot.
Make a game out of it.
Make a game out of it.
Hey, Crumb,
Yeah.
it'd be so, you know what would be so fun?
Yeah.
Is if instead of whipping the kids,
Yeah.
you whipped targets and had the kids give you money. Hey,
Yeah.
Crumb, doesn't that sound fun?
That sounds fun.
His parrot goes, it's a trick.
Parrot's just sitting there dancing, biting
Does your
everybody.
does your boyfriend know about all this? I'm assuming.
Yeah, why is this your
Why hasn't he
responsibility?
stepped
Yeah.
up? I was about to say, this is not your circus.
Because he's scared of it.
Okay, you're not
He's
scared
scared
of
he's
it.
going to start getting whipped.
I get it. I hear that.
So you got to talk to him when the whip is
out.
unavailable.
Yes. In the shop. It's getting
Always on him.
It's always on him. Man,
It's literally
Does he
always
sleep
on.
with it?
You know what? He might.
I might sleep with the whip.
Does he have anyone else in his life? Like, does he
Yeah.
have a partner or like?
Are you guys the closest
is
people
he
to him?
like showing up every morning, like being like, "Good morning, guys. Let's have a coffee."
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah, no. He just shows up here often, walks in, not announced.
unannounced.
He's here most of the time.
He's here most of the
Totally.
time.
I'm going to be real. It's a show I'd watch.
It's a show I really would watch. Crumb the Whipper. But
What if we try to get him linked in with a traveling carnival so that way he's on the road?
Fantastic idea.
Let's send him away.
Yeah, and he'll learn a thing or two about how to hone his skills. Basically, we know he has raw talent and power.
That is
but
true.
he
Yeah.
needs to. We know that he has that, right? We need to hone and channel.
And
We
a star
on the
that bright,
streets.
you know, needs to be able to fly.
Yeah, I agree.
Because-
Star that bright needs to be able to fly is a great shirt.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
could.
yeah, all 6, and he's 6'5".
Oh, totally.
He's a
he
tall
just keeps getting
dude.
better.
He is
he's-
like
this guy's my
he
hero.
is like a cowboy from another age that just
Yeah.
got like born in the wrong time.
I agree. And by the way, when you said he's an exterminator, I pictured a guy like who has like a thriving extermination business. When you said exterminator, do you mean like sometimes he chases raccoons?
The last job he went to our like local parking garage and was just shooting pigeons.
Did they ask him to do that?
This guy is-
They were like, "Hey, come out
I
here. We
hope
have a
so.
problem with rats." He goes, "I'll take care of it."
He
He's
goes,
shooting pigeons.
Don't worry.
He was just in a parking. He was in a public parking garage shooting pigeons.
Oh, we not heard about
It's
this on
South
the
Dakota. I
news.
think that's fine.
I think that's
normal.
actually
I think
normal.
That's fine.
That's a Saturday. But
The most normal thing out here.
I think you got, my hunch is that like, if he can hone his skills into being like, I'm crazy, because he wants to be, what was it, Crazy Bill? Or
Wild Bill.
Wild Bill. He wants to be Wild Bill. Like, I really do think that with a little bit of pizzazz and a little bit of signage and a tip bucket, he could be raking it in as Wild Bill. People are taking photos. They're going, oh my God, you see the crazy guy downtown? Like, that's kind of fun. You know what I mean? Like, there was kind of a wild guy, I remember. I feel like he was in Durham on 9th Street, and he was just like the wild guy, and he would play little instruments and be like, woo-loo-loo-loo. And, he was kind of fun, and he would have a tip bucket, and he was basically doing like a Cirque thing.
He was doing what he loved.
He was doing what he loved. He was like this guy with a big beard, but he was a performer. And he would go out and you would see him and he'd be like, hey, how's it going? And he would do his kind of performance, and he was busking for tips and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that is what I see for Crumb. I really do.
The problem is
that's
we got to get the violent streak out of him because he is
Lots
going
of
after
cans.
strangers.
Yeah, he's got to go
Totally.
whip the cans.
Yeah.
You can't be whipping a person, right?
No.
Yeah, or you get a shorter
Can't
whip.
be doing that.
Can't be
Yeah.
doing that. Can't
Yeah,
be
you
doing
get
that.
like a 1 foot whip.
or you put up,
I think
put
that's
up
perfect.
a
Yeah.
little radius
Search
around
the
him.
Crumb Cowboy.
Yeah, if you put a little radius around him to go like,
Cage him in.
you might get whipped. if
I
you're
guess
in
my
this.
question also is like, what does Crumb want? Out of life. Does he just want to be like out on the plains alone?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Does he is he looking for somebody? Like what is Crumb's
Calling.
pie in the sky is calling?
Yeah.
I think he wants to be with a bunch of fishes and some birds. And I think he'd be totally happy living alone in that pasture.
then I think
That's sweet.
Then I think we got to embrace Crumb, because if he's gonna have fish and birds, he's gonna need to scare it off predators, and he's gonna need a whip for that.
He's gonna need a whip if he's gonna be in the woods, but he should just run to the woods, man.
You know, maybe we should just try to be like, hey, Crumb, guess what? If you save up your busking tips, you can eventually maybe, you know, rent a piece of land out in the middle of nowhere to have all the fish and birds you want.
But if you keep on whipping customers, they're not going to show up.
They're not going to show up. And they're kids. You're not going to show up, you know? So I think
Can't be whipping strangers.
Can't be whipping strangers.
Yeah.
You know?
Without permission.
Without permission, yeah. Because if you have permission, that's a whole, you know,
that's a whole different ball game.
There's a whole different ball game. That's a kink play. But thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it, Fancy. Best of luck. Best of luck out there channeling Crumb's behavior into a successful business.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the circus road.
Oh, we'll see you on the circus road. Absolutely. Thank you, Fancy. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guy. Okay,
That's
guys,
insane.
that was awesome.
We really agree. We corralled really quickly around. There's no chance we're talking to this guy.
No,
we're
there's
gonna have to trick him.
no way.
There's no chance we're gonna talk to him about
Crumb
it.
will never stop.
No.
Crumb would rather die than stop whipping, and I think that's why it's like we gotta like embrace the whipping
That
and
is
channel
so
it.
wild.
You know, Crumb's shooting pigeons, man. He's shooting pigeons. He's like
The last job he went on, and you're like, who hired him?
the exterminate. By the way, it seems like someone was like, "There's a bunch of pigeons." In it.
I got it.
I got it. No,
I'll
we
take
don't.
care of it.
I thought no, we don't need to.
Somebody was like, we've been feeding pigeons over there. It's like really sweet. No,
I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it.
No, stop. Stop. Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
You're talking about the
If I'm
kids.
walking on the street and I hear a whip
If I had
That's
Julian with me,
and I turn around and the kids go, get out of here.
I would call the police. I would call the SWAT team.
How has that guy not gotten arrested?
He's assault with a deadly weapon. He's a whip.
Seriously.
This is unbelievable.
And the commissioners are going to the business and being like, hey, by the way, can you do this? Businesses aren't people, man.
Your brother-in-law's out whipping again. It's really, I got
the
it.
city council asking them to tell them to stop.
It's
is so
crazy.
good. It's just so
It
good.
painted such a picture.
Oh, man.
Guys, we have one more final segment. It's a segment we like to call Get Real.
Yeah, all right.
This is a segment we like to force a genuine moment in an effort to learn a little about ourselves
Yeah.
and each other. And obviously, Couch Boyz, John, Jay. You know, we find ourselves at the end of the episode. Spring's just around the corner, new beginnings.
Yeah.
Okay, flowering. What do you guys? What's a personal goal that you guys have right now? What's something in the back of your head you're like, that's my pie in the sky. That's what I'm working towards. You know. Speaking of, you know, Crumb he's working towards a farm with fish and cattle.
I don't think there's
What's
a farm.
your farm and fish?
Yeah, what is your whipping farm?
Yeah, what's my 9-foot whip?
Yeah, what's your 9-foot whip? What's the thing that you're like, that's my white whale, that's what I'll do? Because I feel like I have small goals and they're kind of like fine, but the big goals are the kind of exciting ones. What's a big goal you have? It could be a specific, it could be a non-specific.
Big goal.
Okay.
That's
Big
really
goal.
good, Miles.
Thanks, man.
I mean, okay, so it's not like
Don't blow into the mic.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm sorry. That's on me.
I didn't know
I apologize.
doing
You
it.
did know.
I didn't know.
It's my bad.
God.
Do you have a goal? Do you have a big goal, Jay?
Yeah, Jay,
You want me
hit
to
it.
go first.
Well,
I can go first.
I started guitar lessons again. I want
Yeah.
to get good at that again.
Hell yeah. Jay taught me a little bit.
I taught John a little bit. So I can just be like an A+ shredder.
That's a great goal.
Yeah.
Which is the guitar your whip?
In many ways.
He swings it around the house.
I walk through the house.
Get
and I
on
go,
out of
Get
here.
out of
Yeah, I swing it at John's head when he's watching TV and I want to watch something else.
I like that. That's nice.
This is how we communicate over here.
I'm trying to read more.
Ooh, I like that a lot, Jay.
It's all boring stuff. This is not boring. I mean, I love it. Sorry for judging. Don't judge yourself.
I agree.
That's
You
a
know
big
what?
one.
I'll say the boring hobbies. I'm trying to embrace the boring hobbies. Get back into reading. Get back into sitting, having my coffee, staring at the wall.
That's a hobby?
doing a lot of
Yeah,
that.
no. I've been trying to like.
You're trying to raw dog coffee?
Like but raw dogging coffee. Literally,
Yeah.
no music, no fucking book,
No
no
thinking.
phone. Just being
Just
like
vibrating and
no,
staring at the wall.
no thinking.
You've locked Julian in another room.
Julian's in daycare by this point. Second cup, and I'm drinking second cup at home, and I'm just sort of like drinking it and going, wow, hey, there's the day. I'm trying to do
You're
that more.
staring at a wall, though.
You know why? Well,
You're
not the
staring at the wall going, there's the day.
no, or the window. I was staring at the window usually, but I'm just trying to like, I'm trying to celebrate the routine.
Sure.
I'm trying to be like,
extend life.
that's the things that ground me because I feel like it's like life's so crazy and everything's so different. It's like, oh my God. But I'm trying to be like, what's the things that I can do every day a little bit that make me excited and happy?
And
having a water. I'm salting my water. I'm salting my water.
Is that a thing?
I've been salting my water.
Is that a thing?
I'm not sure why you do it, but it's
Why do
like
you
one
do
of the
that?
health things. Could be healthy and live forever, I think.
I've been salting my water.
Yeah, but explain it. I've just asked it a million times.
I've been doing it. No, you know why?
no,
it's because
it's
it's supposedly like quote unquote electrolytes.
Jay, it's when you take the water and you put a little salt.
I can't even that. I can't even that. Sea salt? Himalayan?
Crystal. The crystals.
Maldon? Really?
Yeah.
All right. It's cool. That's awesome.
In the morning, salt my water.
That's awesome, man.
John,
That's pretty good.
what's your white whale? What are you working on?
My big white whale right now is that you know, what is it? Yeah, I'm gonna take a play out of Jay's playbook right here, which is that don't you gotta be nice to yourself. I'm trying to take my victories.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take my victories because I feel like I'll do something and then as soon as it's done being done, I'm like, it doesn't count anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
Because immediately it's over and then it doesn't count. Because it's in the past, so you're like, I'll do some work and I'll be like, oh, I accomplished this work and now I won't receive the fruits of my labor.
Yeah, right. No, it's like you gotta continue to celebrate the thing.
I'm about to go out of town for a little friend vacation thing.
Yeah.
And this whole week I've been telling myself, like, you can't just vacation all the time.
Right.
Stop being a hippie and like get a job.
Do it.
But I actually like am trying to not step on my own experience.
I love that.
And go on this little vacation.
Fuck yeah,
which would
dude.
be good.
That's
and
it.
take the victories
I love
as
that.
they come.
I think that's fantastic. And also just like, yeah, like life is weird and short and unexpected. Go on the friend trip.
Totally,
you know, like
man.
it's like,
It's the freelance thing that's messing with my head because I used to have a job where they controlled every
it's
waking
tough.
hour of my being.
It's tough.
And now I'm like,
No, I agree.
And now,
what is work?
Yeah, what is
the world? Life is work. The world is your gym.
What's the
and life and everything is the playground.
Trying to end
He's trying to end it. He didn't know how to do it. He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
You know that quote about You know the quote about the fish? The fish?
The what fish?
Teach a man.
Are you talking about?
No, an investment banker is on vacation. He's in a fishing boat and he's looking out and he's going, "This is crazy." You know, and the fisherman's like, "Yeah, well, you know." He's like, "How much do you work?" Says the fisherman. The fisherman's like, "Well, I just work a little bit. Work like a couple days, a week. I work in the mornings, and then in the afternoon, I get to hang out and dance with my friends. Goes home, see my kids, take a nap." And the investment banker's like, "Well, you should have 10 more boats, work way harder, and that way you can have like a huge thriving business." And he's like, "Well, what will I get when I do that?" And the investment banker's like, "Well, once you have the 10 boats and you make all this money, you can have more time to dance with your friends and go home and hang out with your kids and take a nap." Sorry.
That was nice. No, that was really poetic.
What the fuck just happened?
Where did you hear
literally
that?
spitting bars.
I didn't know it was done. You sort of ended it like you were talking and you're like, and then we're gonna go.
And that was Miles. I will say, Miles,
I liked it.
That was growth out of you too.
It's
because
poetic.
You know what you were just spitting? You were dropping bars that were anti-Gary V bars.
That's right. Anti-Gary
That was
V.
crazy to hear.
I'm
you
off
do
the
that.
Gary V.
You're off
Really?
the stuff.
I only a little bit.
Well, I only watched a little.
I'm only off a little.
You know what though? I've realized that no, I've stopped
He's
watching
trying
him.
to tell you to buy 10 boats.
And he is, and I've stopped listening to him. And when
You know why
I'll
I
get
wanna
recommended on my YouTube, and I'll go and I go,
Not anymore.
I'm not watching it anymore.
You know why I want to buy 10 boats?
What's up?
You know why?
Why?
Because I just want them.
Bad.
Not for business.
John
It's
and
just for
Jay,
us to all have a good time.
catch the
You can
Couch
go
Boyz.
on one.
You could go on another one. The Couch Boys are going to get a yacht. We're
Oh
buying
my
a
God,
yacht.
Miles!
Couch
What if
Boys
we did a yacht show?
And-
Couch Boyz summer vacation.
Yes, we sell experiences. We're selling a summer vacation experience. It's a 1-week cruise on a yacht.
Totally.
And you can come, but you got to pay full price. So you can't. You got to
No
pay full
way.
price.
The
Yeah,
yacht
yeah,
is a canoe,
yeah.
So not a yacht.
sort of like a Life of Pi situation.
And we hang out.
and then we all learn about a little bit about ourselves.
We learn a little
yeah,
about
yeah.
ourselves. We sort of float in a mystical journey across the sea for 221
We'll send you some
days.
mock-ups for it, man. We'll send you some mock-ups.
I'm liking it, guys. John, Jay, catch them on tour at a couple different cities. And where can people find you if they want more Jay and John?
On my Instagram,
Instagram.
Shout out. And what is it, Jay?
it's _.
There we go. Jay Putnam
Let's
_
go.
Hit it, baby. And John, where can people find you?
Instagram, John Heb, HEB 1.
John
We're gonna have
because he's the number
people
one.
love that.
What's that? What's that?
I genuinely thought I maybe was gonna have something to say, and I'm
He's trying to
like
end
kind
the
of
episode. He
freaking
wants
it.
to
No,
get-
I'm not. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Misogyny alert.
Don't do that.
If you've got a problem and that you're not quite sure to solve, just remember, no matter who you are or where you are, perfection is only a call away.
That was a Headgum podcast.